Hello everyone, welcome back to UPSC Mains PYQ series, and today we shall be discussing next question of geography from 2024 question paper. So let's start. Our question is, what is a twister? Second, why are the majority of twisters observed in areas around the Gulf of Mexico? So we have two parts of question. First is simple, you have to simply define a geographical phenomena. Secondly, the question is asking, UPSC is given a particular location. Now it is asking why twisters are formed in those areas. Okay, so see, this is very obvious thing that you cannot remember the reasons for each and every location on the globe. So for this, you have to know the conditions in general, that what are the favorable conditions for the formation of twisters, and those conditions you can relate to any of the location, either it is Gulf of Mexico or for that matter next year UPSC can give another location, so you can relate those locations also, condition with those locations. Okay, so let's start. So basically first we will define twister. What is a twister? So basically twister, or you can also call it as tornado. So twister is a rapidly rotating vertical column of air, and this column connects a thunderstorm cloud with ground. So basically this phenomena will connect thunderstorm cloud with ground. Okay. So now we have just defined a twister. Okay. Now we will discuss the conditions that because of what conditions this type of scenario is created. So let's discuss the conditions. See, the primary condition for the formation is the presence of warm and moist air. Why warm and moist air? Because see, if the air is warm plus it is moist, it will rise. Why? Warm air is lighter, it will rise. And as the air rises, it will cool down. Why it will cool down? Because the air will expand, because the pressure will reduce, so it will expand. As the air will expand, it will cool down. Okay. Now, since it is cooling down, it will release energy. And when it releases energy, it will further heat up the air around. And again, the air which get heated up, again it will rise. So in a way, the rising of air will get continued. And because of this, we will get the formation of cumulonimbus clouds. How these clouds are formed? Because of the rapidly and continuously rising of warm and moist air. Okay, and see, we have already discussed that the twister connects thunderstorm cloud with the ground. Okay, so the condition of thunderstorm cloud we got, because basically this cumulonimbus cloud will become thunderstorm cloud only. So we got our first link, thunderstorm cloud is created. Now coming to the second condition. So the second condition will be the presence of cold and dry air. So what is the purpose of cold and dry air? See, what will happen now? This is cold air and this is warm air. So when cold air and warm air interacts, cold air, because it is heavy, it will come down and it will try to push warm air up. So you are seeing what is happening. When it is pushing the warm air up, it is creating a circular motion. So in horizontal direction, this circular motion will be created. So what will happen now? Cold air will be pushed here and warm air will be pushed down. So in this direction, so in horizontal direction, a circular motion will be created of warm air. Okay, so this cold and dry air and warm and moist air, it will create density and temperature difference, which is responsible for this circular motion of the air. As we have already discussed, it is a rapidly rotating circular motion, circular column of air. So we got this thing, the cold and dry air and warm and moist air. And second thing, because of cold and dry air, because of temperature and density difference, the rising of air will be very fast, which we call as updraft also. Updraft will be very fast. Now, coming to third condition. So, third condition we can call as wind shear. So, basically what is wind shear? Wind shear is the change in direction and speed of wind. So, what is the purpose of wind shear? See, as we already discussed, because of this cold and dry air, there will be circular rotatory motion in horizontal direction. But we discussed that twister is the circular motion, rotating motion in the vertical direction. So, because of this wind shear, this horizontal motion will get converted into the vertical motion, which eventually get converted into the twisters or tornadoes. So, this is the purpose of wind shear. So, wind shear has to be present. So, and this wind shear can be because of many conditions. One we already discussed, because of cold air. And second, you can discuss the phenomena of jet streams. See, jet streams, you already know where these jet streams are present. For example, this is globe, this is equator, and as you already know, there are three types of cells. So, this is Hadley cell, this is Ferrel cell, and this is polar cell. So, what are the locations of jet streams? These are the locations of jet streams. So, here it is subtropical westerly jet stream, and here it is polar jet stream. And as you know that in polar jet stream, the meander is very high. The meandering is very high. So, because of, and the speed of jet streams is also very high. And these are present in the upper atmosphere. So, the wind which is coming from the lower atmosphere, when it interacts with these jet streams, obviously there will be change in direction and speed of wind. Understood? So, now let's link what we talked, that it is rotating vertical column of air which is linking a thunderstorm cloud with the ground. Okay, so we discussed how this thunderstorm cloud is formed. We discussed how this rotatory motion is created. Okay, now let's discuss the conditions which are in the Gulf of Mexico. So see, as now we discussed all the conditions which are required for the twisters, so we can relate with the conditions of Gulf of Mexico. So first what we talked about? First was the presence of warm and moist air. So see, Gulf of Mexico, see here, Gulf of Mexico is very enclosed area and it contains warm waters. So because of this, there is warm and moist air. Okay, so as the air becomes warm, it will rise, and eventually we have discussed these things. So done. Second, the presence of cold air. So see, here warm and moist air is already present, and cold and dry air comes from this side. So basically, as you have learned about the cold and warm fronts, so basically this thing is created. This thing is eventually created. So a front will be created here. The cold and dry air will come from Canada, America, and the warm air will come from Gulf of Mexico. So eventually this thing will be justified, the presence of cold and dry air. Now what we discussed about the wind shear. Okay, so wind shear, because of two reasons we discussed about the jet stream, we discussed about the cold air. Cold dry air we already discussed. Jet streams, why I am saying, because this is the polar and temperate region. So here meandering of jet stream will be very high. So wind shear will also be very high. Now final point I can discuss is the presence of flat surface. So see, flat surface is not responsible for the formation of twister, but it is responsible for sustaining that geographical phenomena. Because see, if the surface is flat, so twister can easily move around and cause destruction easily. Okay, so I think we have discussed all the phenomena which are because of which Gulf of Mexico is the favorable location. Okay, Now please pause the video for 7 minutes, write your answer, and then we shall be discussing the structured answer. Okay, so let's start. See, so what is twister? Twister or tornado is a violently rotating column of air. Okay, extending from a thunderstorm cloud. We already discussed how that cloud is formed, characterized by a funnel shaped appearance. So this is a thunderstorm cloud, this is ground, and basically a funnel shaped appearance will be created, and that will be a twister. Okay, so the process, the factors responsible we already discussed, the warm and moist air, okay, the cold and dry air, which will eventually create a circular motion, and this circular motion will eventually get converted into the vertical motion because of the wind shear. We discussed about this. Now, see, this is the example. That no, initially the rotation was in the horizontal direction, and as the updraft of the air increases, this horizontal motion got converted into the vertical motion. So this is the example. Now, so see, once all the conditions are favorable, so a visible funnel shaped cloud will be formed. Why funnel shaped cloud will be formed? Because as the rotation and updraft will increase, so here this pressure will reduce a lot, and because of this more and more air will try to come in this area, the speed will increase, and eventually a funnel appearance will be created. Okay, now coming to the reasons. So we already discussed the presence of warm and moist air. So warm and moist air creates atmospheric instability. What is atmospheric instability? The rapid rising of air is the atmospheric instability, and that instability can be created because of numerous factors. So first factor is warm and moist air. Air gets heated up, it will rise. Second can be the presence of fronts. The cold air will push the warm air up. So because of this also air rises. So eventually these all phenomena are occur only because of the instability in the atmosphere. So basically air has to rise for these geographical phenomena. Now wind shear, we already discussed. The wind shear can be because of many things. We have to change the speed of the wind, we have to change the direction of the wind. The flat terrain we already discussed, and jet streams also we already discussed, that in temperate and polar regions the meandering is very high, so it can impact the wind shear. Okay, so we discussed this answer, and eventually you can conclude your answer, because since it is geographical phenomena, it is capable of creating widespread destruction, so you can conclude with the disaster management practice.